He does.
He's talking.
Yeah, but it's on record.
Well, it's certainly been a while. I finally turned 21 after.
Welcome back to the podcast, guys.
Yeah, that. 21 now, so you know. Cheers.
It's definitely been a while.
A
like-
long time.
More than 6 months?
Well, December to June, yeah, about 6 months.
Was December the last?
Yeah. Because I think the last one in December that I did was when we did that 3 a.m. special that like
6 months, yeah.
that no one watched. So if you're watching this now,
There's 20 views on it.
so if you're watching this now and you didn't view the 3 a.m. special, I'm coming for you. We fighting, pal.
So, what's new? How's school?
I finished out, and I'm pretty sure it went good. In my one class, I got an A+. That was the public speaking one. Astronomy, in both, I somehow managed to get an A+. Even though I couldn't understand the professor for anything.
Yeah.
And then, in the one you'd think I would excel the most in, rock and roll survey, I got a C. Because
Really?
apparently going above and beyond
Mm-hmm.
is punishable in college. Trying to be a show-off gets you a bad grade.
Like a show off in class?
No, like
the
with your
teacher-
work.
Oh.
Doing more than what's expected.
I thought that teacher was just being rude or something.
He was a dick.
Alright, I didn't go all there.
Like he can suck a fat one. You would think, since we're both musicians, he would cut me some slack. Did he? No. Not the slightest bit.
I know there's no rumors, but we didn't end the podcast because we weren't friends. It was just our schedules got really busy.
Very busy.
We're still best friends, and like we're not trying to end the podcast because of any reasons without like falling outs or anything. We just got really busy, and then he did his 3 a.m. special because of just how busy he's been. Our schedules weren't lining up a lot, and he just wanted to get something out to you guys, and then we kept trying to talk about it and plan something out, but it never ended up planning anything out for some reason. And then finally, now that he's done with school and I'm
That's a
only
little more
really
free
working
time.
weekdays, that we got a little bit more free time. So
I've been in several bands since the last time you guys have seen me, and it hasn't been going as good as I was hoping, but you know, you gotta just keep plowing and chowing. Like The Rock said, it's about hunger. We what is it? It's about drive. It's about hunger. We devour. God, I love when that song came out. It was such a meme.
I know.
So what's been going on with you?
Work. A lot of work. So I don't know.
Remind them, what do you do?
I was gonna say, I don't know if we talked about it ever on the podcast, but I started my own business, landscaping and snow removal, and I think if December was our last podcast, then I was
Just
about to
starting.
start snow removal. We haven't had any snow coming up to that point, and then in January I got really busy with snow removal, and then on top of it we weren't able to podcast because of that, and then I was helping my parents with their bar and all that, and work and school for you, and then finally in like the end of April, beginning of May, I started cutting grass, the landscaping portion, and so yeah, I've been maintaining about 40 yards a week, and helping out my cousin a couple days a week, and doing a mulch job just about every Saturday. So been working a lot, but I think we're gonna try and do a podcast for you guys on Thursday and Saturday nights.
Yeah.
Um,
And if anything,
if
record
anything, we might
before.
do like Thursday nights and like release Saturday, during the day or something.
Yeah.
So you guys get a mix.
Sometimes maybe we'll just drop some random shit on you guys, like a
Like a bonus video on like a Tuesday or something.
surprise out of nowhere, like that cool uncle you weren't expecting to see at the birthday party.
Right. What?
I was gonna make a different joke, and then I was thinking, some of them might not be old enough for some of our humor, so I was like, quick, curve it really quick.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know what our demographic is, but I'm pretty sure it's probably our age or older. There's
Yeah.
only like, we only got like 20 subscribers, but we're working our way up, and
Yeah, we really didn't meet our mark like how we were hoping to.
No, not at all. But I mean, we've got a whole another 6 months now to try and do it again,
Yeah.
and then keep growing from there.
Oh, and Jordan, he's away in boot camp.
Oh yes, Jordan, our third host, quote unquote. It kind of came in the last couple videos where we were saying he was.
No,
our
he
third
was
host.
there for quite a bit.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like
Like fully bringing him on.
fully. He was there like 2 or 3 specific episodes for him, but I think like towards the last like 5, that's when he was kind of really a third host with
Yeah.
us of the podcast, or third star, whatever you want to call it. I rather just call it host.
He be
Because
in
we're the
Army.
hosting the podcast, and then we have a guest, right? That's how it works.
Yeah.
All right. So he joined Army Reserves. I told him to go National Guard, but he didn't.
At least he didn't go Marines.
It's true. So he joined the Army Reserves, and he's currently at boot camp. I think he just texted me today. I didn't look at it. I think he's almost done. Let's see. Yeah, he's got 4 days left of boot camp, and then he's moving on to AIT, which is your Advanced Individual Training, if some of you guys don't know what that is. And I think he's going in for infantry, because he's in South Carolina right now. So what is that? I don't even want to say where he's at, because I don't want to call it the wrong base. And then
Wasn't he doing welding in there too?
no, he's doing infantry. I believe he's doing infantry, and then welding is just still his main job. But I could be wrong. It's been a couple of months since I've talked to him really last. And every time he gets his phone on Sundays, I never have time to talk to him. So we'll see, hopefully next episode.
Yeah.
Be able to talk to him beforehand and give you guys a little bit more of an update. But so far I know he's been doing good with boot camp, hasn't had any problems.
Yeah. His
No
mom's been
injuries or anything,
posting
which is good.
pictures on Facebook.
Yeah.
Seems to be doing good. Every time he gets his phone, I always try making jokes, but then he never answers me. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I see too. But I get it. He's got like 1 million people to talk to.
Right. I mean, that was how I was. But I didn't call you guys until,
Yeah.
forever, because I was talking to family for so long, and then you go, oh, great, now I gotta turn my phone in, and don't get to talk to my friends, so, yeah. I feel like I forgot how to podcast. Like, I can't just go on and on and on and on. Like
I had so many ideas before this, and then
So did I.
And then the second I cracked this, all the ideas just. Don't drink, kids. Unless it's Bush Apple, then buy like as many cases as you can for you and your friends. Hallelujah.
Well, we're going fishing today. We're gonna try that out again.
Yeah, we're pre-gaming for fishing.
Well, I'm drinking water. He's pre-gaming. I gotta drive.
But once we get there, Buddy's gonna be a little messed up. He's in the army. It's allowed.
I don't think they still allow that. I think it's still you have to be 21.
What do they know?
But our previous host, like when we first started off,
Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Didn't want to. I think he did one video with actual video.
I think he did maybe like 2, because he did the one with Parker. Excuse me, and then I think another one with just the 3 of us.
Okay.
And that's when he went off to the side.
Yeah, he just turned 21 yesterday. It was his birthday yesterday.
He's practically married at
So
this point.
if any of you know him that are watching, please wish him a happy late birthday if you haven't already. If you do know him,
Make fun of his hairline.
yes. And
Heavily.
he doesn't have a mullet anymore. I can't say
No.
that.
Yeah.
Dang it.
God, that thing was hilarious.
I think he cut it because of her.
Yeah.
And no offense to her. I mean, she's super nice and stuff, and doesn't kill the vibe or anything. So, but
Yeah, she's not a buzzkill.
now
at
he's
all.
going to church. There's
Yeah,
no problem with going to church at all. But like,
This guy used to be like huge against church. He used
Yeah.
to be like, I hate church, blah, blah, blah. And now he's like, yeah, I've been going to church. It's like, who you bullshitting?
yeah,
What's church? KFC? Kentucky Fried Church? But he's also been losing weight, which is good. He's working in a factory now. Which I don't know if he was doing then. Was he doing it then?
So he was towards the end of the podcast. Like he just started, but he was never on towards the end. So we didn't really talk about him.
Yeah.
I think we kind of talked bad about him.
Brotherly love, it's what we all do. The amount of times he probably talks crap about me, the amount of times I know I definitely talk crap about this guy, but we all do it in love.
So one thing that I do want to mention, since we're only a couple minutes into the video, is that if you guys want to see guests again, if anyone's actually really listening, if you guys want to see guests again, please comment if you do or not, so we can start trying to get some of those things together. I think we already have someone for the next video that'll be out. I don't know if we're going to go ahead with just continuing the episodes, or call it like, if you guys want, like the late podcast version 2.0, like the startup of the late podcast again, or like something like that. We'll probably end up just sticking with the name.
I was thinking about making this one very cinematic in the editing process.
Yeah.
Make it like, where did they go? What have they been up to? And they're back. And then use that like original clip of ours where it's like, hey, what are you doing? It's coffee o'clock.
Well, you got a couple days to do it, so
Yeah.
you'll find some time.
Get ready, Christopher Nolan. You're gonna be blown away.
If he ever sees it.
Yeah. This is gonna be like the Dark Knight of podcasts.
Right.
Just out of nowhere, I had a clip from Batman. Where are they? I'm vengeance. I love how out of breath he sounds when he does it. I'm Batman. I'm vengeance. It's like, gee, what, did you just run a marathon? Calm down.
I mean, half the time he does, so.
Everyone else just flies. Batman. Fuck. God. Oh, God. Superman's just over there like, get some powers, bitch. He's like, kryptonite. Superman, dead parents. You know what?
Back to my point before we started going on about the Dark Knight. If any of our friends watch, because I feel like it's just family members that watch anyways.
Yeah, friends and family. Dude,
If any of you want to come on and be a guest of ours, please contact us personally if you have our numbers. If not, leave a comment, and maybe we can get with you.
about to have some more promo shots for the Instagram that we haven't touched since about November.
Oh, yes.
The Late Podcast 216. If you're watching this and you're not following, hit follow. Going to be updating that again here soon.
If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It only takes a second of your time.
Do it.
It helps us out immensely.
Do it.
Don't be creepy. Again, still looking for those sponsors.
Yeah.
Who were we trying to get? Hanes?
Yeah, with the whole body suit.
Jesus.
Where you at, Hanes?
I think I'm wearing a Adidas socks. So.
Yeah, I've got Vans socks on and Duluth boxers.
See, this is what happens when they don't sponsor us.
Yeah, we go with other brands.
This is getting to be a really boring podcast, but because I don't know what to talk about.
Once we get the wheels rolling again,
We'll do
it'll be
better.
magic. I went to Vegas.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about the Deshaun Watson pickup? But you can go on with Vegas.
I went to Vegas for my 21st. Think of it as being trapped in a heater with no off button. Like Borat said, it was very nice, very nice. I am the king of the castle. It was fun. But Deshaun Watson, he can't even play, the first 6 games?
I don't know if that's determined yet. I know that he won't be playing for a good amount of games. There's not really been anything new out that I know of.
I saw that he had Mia Khalifa over for a game of basketball. So we can all guess how that went.
That's messed up.
Boom.
Yeah, it's just a wait and see kind of game right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you guys didn't notice, the Turtles are gone. Got rid of them back in December too.
No, we mentioned that, I'm pretty sure.
In case you weren't here, I used to have these 3 turtles that I would try to sell during the podcast.
We tried a lot.
So many times.
I think it was a part of at least 15 of the 28 episodes that are up right now.
Yeah.
29.
Yeah, they're finally
Don't quote
gone.
me on that number.
They're in a very large facility now. Some guy's bedroom. He seemed like a cool guy. One of Jordan's friends.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Poor Jordan.
I have a roommate now. My
Oh, yes.
my buddy Paul, if you remember from the other videos, Paul.
He can't be on with us tonight. He's got some personal stuff going on. We were trying to get him on, but it is what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, he stays with me now, so I don't have the whole castle to myself anymore. So ladies, if you're out there and you were hoping to get in this castle with me, we have company.
Don't believe in him.
We finally got siding on the house, so the castle's slowly coming along.
Yeah, so he had the idea of filming in the place where we're actually going to eventually film in tonight. And we went, it was his idea. I went and took a look at it with him, and I blocked that idea straight to the ground.
Shut it down,
Yeah.
like my father with all my dreams.
Because we were going to film in his new room that is halfway done.
It's just studded out at the moment.
But eventually we would like to be down there and filming, have a better looking, well, not really better looking, but a better setup, a more
Cozy,
not cozy, but more
relaxed.
official setup kind of thing. And,
Yeah, that too.
maybe get I know I've said this in the past, but maybe get a banner, late podcast, and have a coffee on it, and like
Yeah.
a moon in the background. I think that looks sick. With like maybe the city skyline of Cleveland, because we're the late podcast 216.
I was gonna say, what are we gonna do? Like those late night shows on TV where they got the green screen L.A. or New York.
No.
I was gonna say that we'd be taking it the extra mile on that one.
No, just like a banner. I'm not saying let's go build a whole podcast studio.
Next thing you know, get like those like
We
orchestra
make no money off
bands.
this podcast as it is. So how are we supposed to go build a podcast studio?
Just get like an orchestra of people playing jazz for our intro.
Yeah, right. Oh, if anyone has, since our intro is like nearly
Outdated.
8 months old, if you do want us to make a new one, let us know. Because the coffee o'clock thing is funny, but
I've got a
I'm
lot
thinking
of
we might
ideas.
want to change our direction and
But
that.
still keep the lines.
Well, we'll see. I'll have some thoughts on it. I have some thoughts on it. We don't drink any coffee on the podcast. I'm drinking water. He's drinking a beer.
I used to drink coffee on it almost every episode.
Once I mentioned something.
No. I drink coffee like daily.
Yeah, but now he's got like stomach issues and can't drink coffee as much. And I don't like coffee.
Just put it out there, Jared. Jeez.
So we're giving him an update.
Doesn't have to be that personal.
It's gonna get personal.
Starts playing Genuine or Pony by Genuine. Takes my shirt off. We're getting
Okay,
real
we're not getting
personal.
that personal. We're not getting to the level of taking clothes off. Yeah, right. Then we're gonna have to post this on a different website.
There's some people that are into that.
A podcast with two men declothed. Might as well direct your own porno at that point. So,
A lot's changed in the world since we were all last together.
you don't say COVID doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. Even though that cousin of mine, Nolan,
Yeah.
he just tested positive.
Well, it's still a thing. It's just like not
It's not
the
like
world
breaking it.
worry. Like the biggest thing out there right now is Ukraine and Russia, and
Yeah.
we don't know what's gonna happen with them.
Right now it's kind of like, so you guys are still going?
Right.
Wow.
Let's see if hopefully we get back into the groove and make a better schedule. For this, I was supposed to go on a deployment. As far as I know, it's still happening, but I have a torn labrum, so I'll be getting surgery in October, so I'm probably not going this deployment. I don't think I'm supposed to talk about this. It's alright.
Next thing you know, we start hearing frequencies. Agents bust in, kidnap him, take my phone for evidence.
Right. Shut down our YouTube page.
Uh-huh.
We only had 20 subscribers.
Next thing you know, I kill myself.
You're right. So, I mean, it's not any classified information, I don't think, so. I don't know. But I've got a torn labrum and can't do that. I'm getting surgery in October for the labrum, and we'll be, if we're still doing this, is what I was getting to. If we're still hopefully getting to a good schedule and we're making it out till October, you'll be seeing me in a sling, and my girlfriend driving me.
If you guys are hip with the TikTok and that Be a Man guy, if you break your arm or have surgery on it, use it anyway. Be a man.
So yeah, I'm gonna be sling for about 2 months, then a brace for about another 2 months, and then I'm sorry, I got months mixed up. I'll be in a sling for about a month, on a brace for about 2 months, and then I'll be doing physical therapy for a couple months.
He's gonna be a cripple.
So yeah, I might not be plowing this winter, which is bad news bear, but we'll figure it out.
Daubers.
But the goal is just to try to make it to the end of the cutting season right now, and keep going on with that, and then hopefully just ride it out throughout the winter and do the podcast and see where we're at, and hopefully hit our goal by the end of the year of 100 subscribers, and then yeah, we got a good ways to go on that. But if we get this going again, maybe we were getting some good views throughout the middle portion, and then we started taking like longer in between episodes, and then our viewage started going down and down. So hopefully,
And then we started doing 2-hour episodes.
Hopefully with our change to Thursday, Saturday with posting, it's not going to be so difficult to be getting it out like in the middle of the week like we were trying.
And you know what else would really help? If you started sponsoring and branding rather than just me doing it.
Yeah, he wants me to start sharing it on my Instagram and Snapchat more often.
Yeah, remember he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'll totally do it." Did it ever happen? No. Can you believe this guy? Some schmuck.
Oh, I don't even have it on my story anymore. I was going to see how many views I had on my last Snap story.
You know what we should start doing that I suggested all that time ago? Skits. To like add randomly in here. Kind of like how Bert and Tom just randomly put commercials in.
Yeah, but that's like their sponsorships. We don't have any.
My directing will be a quick little sponsor. It'll be like a little skit. Like, what are they doing? Get in there. We got guns. Open it up and then just right back to the podcast. Make like a little story throughout the podcast. What would you guys think about that? I think that'd be pretty cool.
You're telling me you want to script the podcast now?
Not script it, but like script little scenes and then splice it in at random points.
I get that. But,
Just so they'd be like watching. What the fuck? Gets back to it. The fuck was that? 10 minutes later it happens again. Now they're interested. They're like, what is the story that I'm watching?
well, if you guys are interested in that, please comment. But personally, on my side of the debate, I don't like scripted content. I don't feel like it's organic. I don't feel like it's true to its nature. And
Well, here's what I'm thinking. First, it'll start out. Me and you are in suits. I've got 2 Glock 9s in the house. Don't worry, there's no ammo in them. Only when danger's afoot. What we do, we're in our suits. We're walking around the perimeter. When one of us is like, let's go inside. Cut. Podcast is happening. Randomly again, we're in the house. We're walking around with our guns. I'm like, hey, this way. Kicking a door. Paul's sitting there. Cut. Back to the podcast. Everyone's gonna be like, what's going on? The fuck is this? Next thing you know, cut. We're upstairs. Interrogating Paul. One of us has the gun to him. And we're like, where are they? Or like, where are the drugs at? Who are you working for? Cut.
I don't think we should take any guns to the head of people in this situation. YouTube might not like that.
Well, that's why
But
I'm putting
continue.
the disclaimer out there now. There will be no bullets. And we will double check every time.
I'll have to put an orange tip on them, alright?
And then, at the very end, have have both of us in either your truck or my car, and we'll do it like some Miami Vice type shit, where it's like, I guess he just wasn't ready to die, and then just end it. Just have
So he just wants to make a TikTok and put it in between the podcast. Got it.
not a TikTok, almost like a short film.
But I told you that we need to start a TikTok, and like that'd be great. If we incorporate these short little scenes, and then at the end of it, of the TikTok, like put the video, the channel link at the end of the video or something.
Well,
And
if we
then
do a
in the video, we can do a couple of scenes.
I was gonna say, if we do a TikTok, we'll make the TikTok for like posting those things, but separate from the podcast, but still have them.
It's just all one video at that point, rather.
But
than,
still have it in the podcast too at random points. So in case they want to watch the whole thing in its entirety, they can. But if they want to like see it randomly spliced throughout the podcast,
You know what we should do though? is to attract people to the podcast. Is we do the scene, but we cut the scene off and put it as to be continued, and then leave the link to the podcast, and then we continue the scene throughout the podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of like a preview.
Yeah. Got it.
This guy fucks.
I mean, this is true, but I thought we were just gonna say this guy has good ideas.
No, it's... You remember, when everyone would be like, this guy fucks.
No. Let us know if you guys like our lighting. We're trying to do a podcast during the day right now because we're gonna go fishing after. So
He's the reason I drink.
he drinks a lot without me. I don't know what you're talking about. He was trying to go bar hopping last night with people, and then they all
'Cause
left him behind.
My dad said when you're going out to try to find girls at a bar, it's best to go in a group because if you go by yourself, you look creepy.
Yes.
So that's why it's like, hey, who's trying to go with me so I don't look creepy?
Fair. I'm starving.
I'm still really full. My stomach's still a little messed up from when I got food earlier.
I only ate like 3 hours ago, but I'm hungry.
I got chips over there. If your
Well,
tininess,
we're only like, I don't know, 30 minutes into this, so.
if your tininess needs food that bad.
We'll see how long I can make it. We got about like what? How long are we doing today? An hour?
We could do an hour.
Yeah, just bring it back and kind of ease you guys into it, and eventually we'll get back to our 2-hour sessions. And we're not going to be like Joe Rogan out here doing 3 hours, but maybe one day. I don't have the time in my day to do 3 hours.
Sure you do at night. Night.
And then he wants me to give up my sleep. Got it.
Ah, you barely sleep as
And
it
he
is.
says I'm the reason that he drinks.
He barely sleeps as it is. He's always outside measuring the grass, even in the dark. Little scissors.
I sleep 8 hours a night. And I sleep like a baby. You can ask her. She hates me. Because I always try and, apparently I always mess with her when we sleep. I don't know. I don't steal the blankets really anymore. To my discretion, I think. See, there's a couple nights where she's like, you stole all the blankets last night. It wasn't my fault. I didn't try to do that.
Just sort of happened. I don't know. So sorry if you guys are bored with this. It's just been a long time, as you can tell. I had short hair the last time you saw us.
Yes, he did. And I appreciate it a lot better than Wolfman over here.
And I didn't have a beard. I just had my goatee.
He'll get there. I don't know why he does it backward. He like cuts his hair in the winter, and then in the summer he grows it out.
No, well, let's see. I cut it in July last year, and then I have been growing it out ever since.
When did we start the podcast?
We started it in like September.
One of you might know, but I
Trivia. Put it down in the comments. You got like 10 seconds before he finds it.
10 months ago. So August, September.
Yeah, see? Hell, in all our old videos, it's just me with a goatee and short hair.
No, August. Jesus. I'm trying to find because sometimes it says the actual date that it was posted.
Click on the first video and then go down below.
This man is so smart.
I do what I can.
August 18th was the first video posted. Oh, that's episode 2. That's not even episode 1, my guy.
Yeah, because remember episode 1 wouldn't post.
August 19th?
So it was basically a day before, so August 17th.
We recorded our first one probably on August 17th, and then
Man, if we didn't go on that long hiatus, we'd be close to a year of doing the podcast.
yeah. Jesus. No, Matt only did one video. It was with Parker.
Really?
Yeah.
Then he got all.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to get it better answer for you guys. Hunter, talk, Jesus.
So, my bands, I had a grunge band going for a while, and then our guitarist was a POS, broke us up, and then I tried starting a new project with some other people. They kicked me out without even telling me, found out 2 months later, and then most recently that band just fell apart, so it's kind of like Justin Timberlake, what comes around goes around. I find it a little comical. Made me feel like Julius Caesar, though, you know, being brought down from within. It's like, damn, okay.
Yeah.
We were doing good, too. The only problem we had with that one was the drummer's dad was like a belligerent drunk, and he would constantly criticize my voice.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, why don't you just get into country? You have such a deep voice. It's like, there's a lot of rockers that have deep voices. And he's like, there's not a single one. It's like, he must really be hammered.
Right.
And then they just kicked me out, which I'm kind of fine with. They live all the way out in Madison, Ohio.
Yeah.
And that is a drive. Luckily, I never drove. The one guy would pick me up. Because that was when my car was wrecked. I got into a car accident back in February.
Oh, yes, he hit a deer.
No. That was when the lady slid into me.
Oh.
She was wine drunk and slid into me in the snow, hit my car. Took a while to get my car fixed, so then when it came to those practices, they'd just pick me up and take me out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I'm sorry for the moments of silence. Getting back and used to podcasting, especially with a mic and camera in front of you. It's not the aspect of the people watching me so much.
Yeah.
It's the aspect of how to fill in the time, because like you think about an hour and like you can go out and like do something like without really thinking about it, and then you can be like, oh my god, it's been 2 hours already.
Yeah.
Like I can go play 2K or something, or play Call of Duty, and I'm like, oh, it's already been an hour, and I'm like, crap, I need to go.
Yeah.
But like even like the same thing with like cutting grass or yard work, or like when you're doing like housework around the house or anything, you're like, time is going by so fast, you just don't realize it. And then we come here and we sit here and we're doing the podcast. It's so hard, I feel like, to fill all of the time to make it feel like we're not trying to force an hour of content for you guys. It's so hard to actually talk for an hour straight.
Especially when we're missing our third to help fill in those moments too.
Right. I just feel like we have this good bond that we can do it, but it's like forcing an hour straight of content for you guys that are going to be relative things that aren't going to be the dumb conversations that we have sometimes. Like, we can hang out and we can bullshit for an hour easily. Or, like, I'll call him or something and he'll get pissed off, of course. But we'll talk for like 15, 30 minutes and just not even realize it.
And there's so many times it's like, we should mic up, but we never do. Like that time in Arby's.
Oh, my God. We were working, and the shit we were saying, and like literally the Arby's lady goes, 1 moment please, and we were just talking the stupidest things, making the stupidest jokes, and then
Peeing well, you know.
yeah, we were talking about some dumb thing. I remember now. Yeah. But we were just making the stupidest jokes and the stupid relationships to some of the things that we've heard, and it was so funny to us. But then I realized that we were in front of an Arby's drive-thru.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Okay, you can order now." It's like, "Oh yeah."
She was just listening to our conversation that whole time. I'm like, these people are weird, is what I'm pretty sure she was thinking in her head.
God, what did I do recently where I had? Oh, when we went laser tagging
I remember that.
like what was it, a month ago now?
Almost.
Um,
It was before your birthday.
yeah.
A month ago.
Yeah. There were so many times, if you guys know Vince Vaughn, you know how he can like go off and ramble to people. Well, we're in the middle of laser tag, and I was on the red team. This chick on the blue team's walking by me, and I was like, "Hey, careful back there. There's a group of green." And she's like, I know how to handle myself." And I was like, total Vince Vaughn moment. I'm like, yeah, that's what they all say. Until next thing you know, they're face down in a ditch smelling like last week's laundry, wondering what happened to Cheryl. Oh, she's dead. And she was like, Jesus. I was like, you ever see Vince Vaughn? Yeah, Vince Vaughn's the best. He comes up with the best stuff to say. I just started Vince Vaughning almost everything. And then the worst was...
Did you guys get shot by the green team?
Hang on. So I'm on the blue team. I walk into a group of reds and... I'm by myself. I'm like, boy, I came to the wrong neighborhood. And they're like, yeah, you did. Careful, there's a group of green over there. So I go over there. I'm like, I'll go with open arms. I'm like, hey! Next thing you know, everyone turns around. It's like, ah! Made me feel like Willem Dafoe in Platoon.
No wonder I was always on top of the team, because Hunter was just messing around.
And then after he left,
it was like no fight. It was like thousands of points. I was on top of the team.
And then right after he left, one of our last rounds, I met these guys who were wearing bush hats. So I was like, friends. Yeah. So they start like jogging and going, not even shooting anyone. So I was like, fuck it, we're joining. We got the whole place to join in and just, even the workers were like, and then after we finished, one of the workers comes up and they're like, yeah, we're going to have to ask you to leave now because you caused a disturbance in our little facility. It's like, well, it's a good thing that was my last game, bitch, and just walked out.
Wait, they asked you to leave, or the like five of you or whatever?
Me and the three guys that started it.
Okay, they asked the four of you to leave?
Mm-hmm.
That is so messed up.
Yeah, and they joined in, too. It's like, are you shitting me?
Wait, but what was the disturbance? Like, if everyone was joining in on it, like, you guys were having fun, like, only because, you weren't shooting?
Yeah.
You weren't playing the game?
And a few people...
That you paid for?
Yeah.
Why are they mad that you paid for it and then you were having fun still?
That's how companies work.
You paid them. Okay, I'm sorry.
And then, what else have I done stupid like that recently?
Last night, I went to my uncle's, and I show up there and I go, "Where's my dad?" And my stepmom was there, but my dad wasn't. I was like, okay, so I asked her, and she goes, so-and-so lost their phone. One of the kids lost their phone on the street, and didn't notice it until way later. And then the wife of that kid kept calling the phone, and was like so worried. Then finally, a little kid picked up, and you can tell it was a little kid because like of the voice. So then, no offense, but they're foreign. I don't know better terminology because I don't know what ethnicity they were. I just know that they were not from this country, and I had a hard time speaking English. Just kept yelling out an address. But the kid didn't know where he lived. Only the parents that were in the background yelling at the address. It didn't make sense to me that they wouldn't just hand the phone to the parent.
Right.
Like, so whatever. They said they found it on the side of the road, and so I was like, okay, so why does that mean Dad's not here? That's what I was told. I was like, okay. And she goes, well, your father, your uncles, like two of my uncles, and actually, hold on, there's one, two. There's my dad, my uncle, and then their friend. It wasn't two of my uncles. It was my uncle and their friend, and then the kid's mom all went to this address. Now, knowing my dad, he had his gun on him, and we're like, we're gonna go someone up. We're gonna pull a heist and get this phone back. So, they get there, and my dad goes and told the mom to stay in the car with the friend, and then my uncle and my dad went into this. It wasn't a house. It was a building.
Like an apartment.
Yeah. So they went into this apartment in the elevator, like, we're about to pull this heist off. I swear to God. So they get to the apartment, knock on the door. My dad's got his hand on his back, and my uncle's standing in front. They open up the door and they're like, "Oh, you must be here for the phone." They hand him the phone and they leave. That couldn't have been that. That could have ended, and it could not have ended any worse. I was like,
Right.
that's not even enjoyable now. Your story is not enjoyable at any moment. But I was like, okay. So they go back down to the car, they get the phone, and then they were like, yeah, we got the phone. And they're like, how'd it go? And they're like, oh, we beat the shit out of them. Like lying straight to her face. So then they get back. And they're like all pretending to be like shooken up, like, oh my god, we just pulled off a heist. We just had we beat the shit out of them. Got the phone back, and we're here. I was like, really? Like, and then they finally told the true story, and I was like, oh, all right. So you didn't beat anyone up, you just got the phone back, and the people were really nice and didn't think about trying to give the phone to the police or anything, just figured they'd hold on to it for themselves. So clearly they tried to just...
Jack it.
Clearly they saw a phone on the ground and were just like, alright, cool, free, $900 phone on the ground. We're just going to keep it and then probably post on Facebook Marketplace and sell it. That's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Like, not trying to throw shade to anyone that sells phones on the marketplace. Most people, just sell their own phones, their own phones. But some people, in this world are scamming you or trying to find phones or something on the ground, and then they go and sell it on Facebook Marketplace for like $300 less than what you can go to Verizon or AT&T or T-Mobile and buy it for, and then you buy that phone and take it to T-Mobile or whatever, whoever your provider is, and you put it on a plan. But those people either stole the phone or found the phone and then factory reset it and sold it. Which is just messed up to do because someone paid their hard-earned money for that phone and then someone steals it and sells it. There's a lot of stories out there for it, but I'm not here to tell one of those stories that didn't happen to me, and they actually got the phone back. So, and then some people are good people, and they'll find a phone on the side of the road and then take it to someone or try and find out who the owner of the phone is and knock on doors and see if it was the people's phone outside the house or whatever. But,
Yeah.
especially like since I used to work, since I still work at the rec as the head lifeguard of the swim team, like we'll find keys and phones and everything laying all over the place all the time, just left behind, and it's like you have to really pay attention to who picks it up. Like if it's like someone just lurking around and picks it up, then you know they're trying to steal it. If it's someone that's like, oh, there it is, and just goes over to it and like they walked back in the
So
building.
now you know if you're gonna steal something, treat it like you lost it. Oh, my purse! I'm a grown man. My purse. You know, for
Alright, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is like, you can tell the difference. Like, if someone lost their keys, they usually walk back into the building, go exactly where they were sitting down because they know that they lost them and they're just following back their footsteps. And if the lifeguards or myself already have them, and they don't find it, most of the time they come up to us and go, hey, did you have a set of keys or a phone or whatever it is on you? And either we still have it because we haven't taken it to the front desk yet, or the front desk has it. So, I don't know. Just saying, like, it's... You can clearly tell when people have lost something, and then you can clearly tell when people are trying to steal something. And it's like, just be a good person and don't go out there trying to steal something, and be nice and like do the right thing and turn it into someone that is gonna get it to the right person. Or if you know whose belongings they are, return it to them.
This message has been brought to you by PBS. Do the right thing.
Who's PBS?
You don't know PBS?
Public
Broadcasting
Station?
Probably.
Services? I don't know.
It's the one that used to have like.
Oh, yeah, but we're not PBS. We're LTC.
No, I'm making a joke because you're talking about doing the right thing. Still find that hilarious. Just in the elevator, fuck shit up. Let's get it. Oh, thank you. Get down there. Oh fuck. Oh, gunshot. Oh fuck.
Did you guys not hear that gunshot go off?
I was stabbed. Where's the blood? I absorbed it back in.
It's still, the knife's still in me.
Quick, move your hand. Let me see. No, it's too gory.
But we gotta get going fishing soon. We've already been going for about an hour, so guess we'll end it off on that story.
Yeah.
So it's your fault if you did not get to listen to that story. It wasn't the best story. I've had better stories.
Yeah.
But if you didn't listen this long, it's your fault that you didn't listen.
And if you guys want to hear more stories rather than us just bullshitting, let us know, because we do that a lot.
Yeah. Also, go back if you don't know who we are, and go back to our old episodes. The ones starting with video. I mean, you can go listen to the ones without video, but definitely go back, watch those old videos. Gives us a little bit of promotion and stuff. Help us out, help us grow again, and
how I severely changed. He's kind of just stayed the same. He's just gotten more tan, but a lot more tan. God, how I've changed as a person. No, how I've changed from the last time I was on. So.
Did I kill a deer this year? I did. I think I talked about that on the podcast.
If we didn't talk about it, he got a deer this past hunting season.
Well, I was just thinking because we're going fishing. I was trying to think of a relative topic according to that, because the last time I've been fishing was the last time we went. I joined you actually.
You didn't go fishing since then?
No.
Jesus.
I know, it's bad.
I went 2 more times that year.
I know. Well, I didn't go last year because of just work and shit. And then in August we started the podcast, so that's towards the end of the season, and could have gone, but we were busy.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to get the podcast going, let alone go fishing too. So hey, we're doing both now.
I was gonna say, unless we do both at the same time.
If you want to see that, please let us know, because that'll easily be a 3-hour episode. 2 maybe, but
if you guys are into seeing Amazon
long content, that'll be it for you.
Yeah, we're just sitting, bullshitting, drinking beer.
If you're like me and you're a landscaper and you are getting tired of listening to music, throw in a podcast. If it's our podcast, great. If it's not,
Fuck you.
I love listening to the the Burt Cast by Burt Kreischer, Two Bears, One K by Burt and Tom Segura, and the Joe Rogan Experience. We all know who that is. I think I'm
If you
peeking.
don't, you must be living under a rock.
I don't know how you found us then.
Yeah.
So sorry for all the peaks. We're still getting used to how to do the settings again. So
We're a little rusty.
yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. Do all the good stuff.
Let us know about those skits that I
give us
want to
some
do.
feedback. Give us some good feedback. We asked a lot of questions in this episode. So.
Some Boondock Saints type stuff would be pretty cool. Have you seen the Boondock Saints?
No. All right. Well, thank you for having us. Thank you for listening, and hopefully you enjoyed that episode, even though it was pretty crappy. We'll get back in the swing of things, and you'll enjoy it. If you viewed us before, we can get better. So, all right. Good talking, guys.
All right. See you around.